So Stephanie, you've been in the business now for over 8 years. What do you attribute to your success?
So there's a couple things. So number one, I would say my work ethic. So if anybody knows me, they know I'm a hustler, right? I work. I don't have set hours. I mean, I work. I get the job done. And like I said before, my mom and dad were both business owners, so I watched them how hard they worked to basically build something that was super successful. And so, just being around that. Number two is my business sense. So, to me, I feel like you either have a business sense or you don't. It's not something that you typically can be taught. It's either like ingrained in your personality or not, like the type of personality you have, right? So if you ask me, like people, that are inside of my business, I have systems in place. So like there's a system for everything that I do. There's a procedure and a checklist, right? So everything tries to be done the same exact way every time. I'm really well organized. And so I can keep track of things, and especially like a very fast-paced market. And then I just learned that business is all about relationships and trust. And so I'm not a person that's friends with 100 people. I'm really good friends with, my tribe, as you've taught me. And so that's what I focus on instead of trying to be everywhere. I focus on the most important things that are close to me. And I know that, that I'm not afraid of failure. Like that is probably my biggest asset, is that I'll fail. Like I've done it many, many times. And so I'm not afraid of it. And I got to pick myself up and keep going. And I think that's just part of, being successful, is failing. If you're not failing, you're not going anywhere.
So what do you think has been your biggest failure? And how did you overcome it? It's a learning experience, right?
Absolutely. So, and even when you're failing, it's hard to look at it that way. But once you get kind of through it and past it and look back, you're like, okay, I wasn't a failure. Like that was just learning opportunity, right? So, as you know, hiring my first assistant back in like 2017, I had her for about a year and a half, and I just felt like a failure. Like my business, I had done 8 million the year before. The next year when I had her, I went down to 3.5 million. I didn't even do half of what I did before. And I just was literally failing. I was just like crashing down. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know if I can do life, or I'm sorry, in my career. And I really had to figure out like, why was that a failure? Like what happened? And really pick myself up from that. And then, the following year I sold 12 million by myself again. So it was like, I came out of the gate swinging, but I had to figure all that out. So that was probably my biggest failure. It was a dark time in my business, like for sure.
Yeah, I remember having some conversations around that. And I think what made you different from what other agents would do, they just like curl up in a ball, right? And die. You made the decision, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to take the things that I learned from it and keep moving on and moving forward. Like you didn't, like there's that rule. Chris Heller shared this last week. You can feel bad for like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I had my pity party and I'm moving forward. And I've known you well enough that I see that. Like you'll have a struggle and you'll be like, okay, I got to get it out and I'm done. Like I'm on to the next thing. And I think that's helped you been very successful.
Yeah.
Your team's growing. You just added your husband joining the team as the director of operations.
I did. Yeah. It's exciting to, have him join me. Like he's been on the sidelines for so long doing his thing, handyman work and stuff like that. And so He's excited to be able to help me in a really impactful way. And his background is in operations. He was an operations manager for Home Depot for about 18 years. So that is going to help me out tremendously because he can do all the stuff on the back end and take really good care of my clients and allow me to just do what I'm good at, which is sales.
That's awesome. And it's growth. Like you keep growing, you're adding and becoming a more dynamic team. Before we talk about your service area and how you can help somebody, there was something unique that you did. It's been almost a year now. You started a health and fitness group. Why did you start that group? And tell us a little bit about the journey that got you to the place to start the group.
So yes, I started the group. Let me go back. So I started on a health and fitness journey back in January of 2020. So it's been 2.5 years is when I started that health journey and losing weight. And so my husband lost 100 pounds. I lost 90. It took us obviously some time. And so we've struggled. We decided, we wanted to take control of our health and really change our lives. So we did that, and it was life-changing, obviously, to lose that much weight and how many things in your life change, just things you don't even think about. So, you challenged me basically last year. So I had, been through my journey, and you said, you really need to tie in your personal journey, your personal journey with your business. And I was like scared to death. Like, what are you talking about? I would never do that. Like, that's my thing that I like to do. And I don't want to do something like that. And you said, no, you just challenged me and said, you should go on your Facebook page for your neighborhood, because that's where I do a lot of business, advertising on there. And you said, just post a before and after picture. And that's what I did. And I had the biggest response ever. Hundreds of people liked that from my neighborhood, right? Which is more than most people get, right, on the neighborhood Facebook page. And so I just went inside of the comments and said, you know what, I'm going to create a health and fitness group. And so first it started out just for the neighborhood, and we probably had, 50 people in. Here we said, let's just move it to the zip code that we were in, because we can hit a lot of other neighborhoods. So we did that. And then it's still for the zip code, but we allowed people to come in from the area. So it doesn't even have to be zip code. And now we've got about 460 people in there. And I guess September will be 1 year. So it's grown really fast. We got a lot of really good business owners in there, lots of really good, strong people in there. And awesome.
So you've taken something that's impacted your personal life. You're going out, you're supporting local vendors who happen to be homeowners as well. And in turn, you're impacting lives of people that may have been in that same situation you were years back, where you made that decision and said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. And you're now inspiring and motivating people. That's having a real life impact.
Yeah, I mean, the group is great because it's a little bit of everything. People share stories, people share pictures, progress, what supplements they like, what workouts they'll do, just counting macros, just literally anything. And so, I think the world in general struggles with their health and fitness, right? That's a typical a thing that people want to accomplish. And so that's what's great about it, is you don't have to be any level. You don't even have to be working out to be in it. It's really just motivating each other. And then you do allow on Wednesdays, business owners that are in the health and fitness industry to actually advertise. And so that's been great for them, because we can kind of get back and let them do that. And then we've been trying once a quarter to do an event, a meetup. And so we've done 2 this year, which have been really good to meet each other in person. And then do 2 more, this third quarter, and then the last one. So just trying to grow it, trying to get face to face. I've already gotten business out of it, several transactions. Even I didn't even ask for it. I've never even posted in there, but people just like you told me, if people can trust you with your health on that level, like they can connect with you, then they're going to trust you with real estate. So I think that's so powerful and impactful. That is something just mind blowing I never would have thought about. So I'm grateful that you had me do that.
And I'm grateful you took it on, because I just had this gut feeling. We were talking about gut feelings, I know, in our call the other day. And this, having that gut feeling that you could take something that you've gone through, turn it into something really impactful, and also as a benefit, your business would grow from it naturally. Like, you don't have to talk about real estate. Like, people know you're in real estate, but they know that you've taken the time to help them and impact them in their health. They're going to remember you when it's time for real estate. So that's
Yeah, and
awesome.
it's authentic. You know what I mean? Like we love health and fitness. It's not like we're trying to like make it up and hopefully we get a deal out of it. It's like, so the fact that that organically comes with it is amazing.
Yeah, you can't fake that. Right.
Yeah.
So having gone through that journey, just another side question to that is, and maybe get the answer from you on this, is how important is it for health and being a real estate agent? Like, those two things together are pretty important.
It is absolutely necessary and a must. Like when I got into real estate, I gained a lot of weight. And just because it's a stressful job. Like being a realtor, is not easy. And you get in the depths of it and it's chaotic. The best thing to do when you've worked all day, you just want to eat, and so and you get down a lot. Like, you can't really control your emotions really well. It's a stressful job. And so I think taking care of yourself and finding just like a small amount of time that you can give to yourself to make yourself feel better. Like, and it doesn't have to be complicated. I feel like the world overcomplicates everything. You literally could just go like, meditate for 10 minutes or like walk around your street for 5 minutes, just something to like get moving. You don't have to get to the gym and do an hour and a half workout. And because what happens is once you feel the way that makes you feel, then you want to build on it. And then you get addicted to it where you're like, I feel like crap. I want to go do that for myself. So that's just for me, anyone that's really been in real estate full time and dealt with a very chaotic schedule and deals, beyond blood pressure meds, and I don't even know by the time we're all like 40 years old.
Yeah.
Not taking care of ourselves.
The 40-year-old that looks like the 80-year-old, right?
Yeah,
yeah. And I think it's, there's going to be people in the audience here that listen to it that might not be a real estate agent, but, run a small business, and it's the same thing for them too. It's a way to alleviate stress. It's a way to have more energy, and, your clients can feel your energy, and, you want to be around for your family. Go make a whole bunch of money and then die because you didn't take care of yourself. It gives you that longevity in life to be as healthy as possible, so that you can actually celebrate the fruits of your work. So that's awesome. If you were to give advice to somebody maybe thinking about getting into the real estate industry, what would you say to them today?
You got to have some tough skin, and you got to be able to accept no, and you got to be able to fail. What's great about real estate is that there's so many different ways you can be successful at it, and there's not just one way, and you can figure out what you're good at, but it's going to take you time to get there. I had to fail at many things. I did a everyone's going to call me, and like it's going to be like my phone's ringing off the hook, and that actually is not going to be the case at all. And that you have to be okay with that and not take it personal when people don't use you. You got to go find it, and then you got to figure out your niche and like what it is, why, what is it that makes people want to use you, and just be creative in that sense. Like don't do, like, there's just going to be things that you're good at and that you're not, and you have to figure those out. And it takes time because there's trial and error, right? So I would say my first year I had a lot of tears, but I mean, that's just what it was. I took it personal. People didn't call me back. I was upset, but you know what? I didn't give up. And here I am now, you know, doing amazing things. And so sold 39 homes last year, 20 million. It's like, who would have thought, you know, my first year I was crying and I didn't think I would ever be here, and here I am. So I just think gotta be tough, can't be scared of that failing, and give it
Yeah,
time.
you're definitely a tough person, and I would say thick skin. And that doesn't mean you're not an emotional person. It just means that you let a lot of stuff bounce off of you that most wouldn't. And you just keep going. You're consistent, you're persistent, you're intentional in what you do. And I think those are success formulas that have shown up in your world by my observation. And I think that's really cool. So if tell us a little bit about your service area, what's your primary service area, and how do people connect with you if they're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, or maybe they want to become part of your health group?
So first of all, my area is going to be, I'm in the North Houston, Spring, Woodlands area. So I cover from about Katy, all the way to Kingwood. So that whole top corridor of Houston, going from west to east, and then I go up all the way to Lake Conroe, that far north. So fairly big area, but I'm just very well experienced in those areas. And then if you want to connect with me, if there's an area that you're interested in that I'm not an expert in, I definitely can always find someone. The Keller Williams network is amazing. Find someone that's the top realtor in that area to refer you to. So I help people with that all the time. I'm not going to just take a listing somewhere because it's money. I don't do that. I want to make sure someone's taken care of. So I can help with that too. And then to connect with me, I have an amazing website where you can learn a lot about the buyer processes, seller processes, investing. You can meet my team. It has all of our contact information on that. And so that website is www.stephaniecribbs.com. So that's STEPHANIECRIBBS.com. That's where you'll see a lot of stuff, my listings, everything on there. And then if you want to join my health and fitness group in Google, you can, in Facebook, you can just search at the top. It's called Health/Fitness Group of the 77386. So that is a zip code here in Spring, Texas. And you do not have to be in Spring, Texas to join. Hit join and we'll approve you. So we have lots of good stuff in there.
Awesome. So again, to reach Stephanie Cribbs is visit her website, www.stephaniecribbs.com. Or if you want to join her health and fitness group visit Facebook and go to Health and Fitness of the 77386. So Stephanie, thank you for joining me today, sharing that information. You're obviously a top producing agent. You have a lot of experience. If somebody's looking to connect with you for their real estate needs, it would be a good decision on their part. If anybody's wanting to get into the real estate industry, Stephanie's a great person to talk to. She can share her experience with you. And I'm sure she'll be able to share that experience with you with the health portion of our conversation today, if that's moved you. So again, Stephanie, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.